come on in.
How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
Good. Ready to start 32 questions with the Tyler Miller team?
Absolutely, but you know what? I got a really big project I'm just wrapping up, so come on in. I'm just gonna finish it up here. It's a huge, super big project, so just give me 1 second, okay? Okay, I'm ready. How's a big project?
Start off, what is your morning routine?
Ooh, morning routine. When I stick to this routine, I'm gonna get up. My wife will say to a very childlike alarm. It's like a lullaby, so that's fun. And then I will probably sit in bed for like 20 minutes, checking emails and social media, see if there's anything pressing. I'm gonna head out to the gym, FXB in Blaine, do some kickboxing, and then gonna head home. My wife, I'm very lucky, she usually has breakfast waiting for me. And then I'm gonna proceed to rinse off and sing in the shower to really, really loud music.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite breakfast food?
Ooh, well, it's either sausage or extra crispy bacon, so I'm gonna go with extra crispy bacon. Speaking of bacon, I'm kind of parched from all the salt that I had this morning. Do you want a bottle of water?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, come on in. Obviously, this is the kitchen. Grab you a water here. Yeah, we had some good bacon this morning.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. What are 3 words to describe yourself?
Ooh, let's see, family. Throw a hyphenated word. Hardworking, that is 1 word, I think. And then fun.
When did you become a realtor?
I got my license back in 2006. It was, as my dad put it, probably easier than working at Dairy Queen for the full summer. So did that and was doing that part-time for a while, and then I became full-time about 5 years ago.
Awesome. How'd you get into real estate?
My dad. So it's been, he's been a realtor since I believe 1985, so I've been around it forever. I remember driving down the road, or he's driving down the road, I got to hold the steering wheel while he's looking in the King's map book for where the new listing is and stuff. So, and he had the big block cell phone. So it's just kind of in my blood, been around it forever, and really taken to it, so.
Awesome. When did you start the Tyler Miller team?
I started the Tyler Miller team about 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. I got to the point where I was probably the most stressed I'd ever been. I was doing 30 transactions by myself, no assistant, and it was just too much. I was doing emails till 2, 3 in the morning. And at some point you got to have a work-life balance, so I decided to hire Kayla, my wonderful assistant, and the rest is history.
Who's your role model?
My role model has to be my dad. Again, just naturally because of the business I'm in, I think I owe a lot to him. But also he's just a great family man. Always was doing lots of fun stuff with me and my 2 sisters, and something I try to use being a dad now. Just never take the family for granted. Always make time for them. So,
Awesome. What is your biggest strength?
Ooh, my biggest strength. I'd probably say, I know, like when it came to sports, for example, I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the strongest, definitely not the most talented. And I could say the same in life in many various aspects, but I'd say my strength to overcome those things is just be the hardest working person in the room. That's what I always try to do, is just outwork the other person, so.
Okay, and with that said, what is your biggest weakness?
I guess, one could say that maybe it's the hardworking thing as well, but I guess I'd probably say like OCD in a way. I mean, I don't really have OCD, but definitely like little things bother me more than they probably should when it comes to having the house clean, or even within business, if something doesn't go perfect, it kind of bothers me. So I'd say just attention to detail is probably a weakness.
Okay. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Well, there's a lot of different quotes I've heard and stuff, but as far as what somebody has said to me, again, I'd have to go back to my dad when I first became a realtor. He kept on saying this, and it drove me crazy because at the time I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but he always said, be the obvious choice. And as I started to figure out what that meant, it really has helped propel me in business and also in life, of just making sure that everything I'm doing is to the fullest extent, so that I'm the obvious choice.
What would you give your teenage self? What advice would you give?
Man, my teenage self, that seems like a lifetime ago. I would say, I mean, honestly, I was a pretty good kid. I didn't do a ton of bad things. I was crazy. I did a lot of silly things, but nothing bad. So I'd probably say keep doing what you're doing, but you know, it's a long road, and try not to get so wrapped up in the little things in life when it comes to friends or popularity or all that stuff. It's just be yourself, which I feel like it did, but continue down that road, and life will work out.
What was your childhood nickname?
I have a lot. I'd say the most common, because I was in sports, was Miller. That's my last name. But I mean, we could go with T Mizzle, T Money, Agent Mizzle, Mizzle, a lot of Mizzles. Miller Time was another one, and then some probably more inappropriate ones. But those were the main ones.
If you could fight anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Oh man, you know, it's a toss-up between. We went to a place in Mexico. Playa Mujeres, and we stayed at this amazing resort. It was just absolutely beautiful, serene. But since I've been there, I'd probably end up going somewhere in Europe. Just we've never been there, so I'd love to go to Europe. Whether it's, you know, Italy, Rome, Switzerland, Germany, just any places over there to check out would be awesome.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Man, the movie. There are so many different favorite movies, and I would probably, if I had to like choose one that I guess has moved me the most, and it sounds silly, but Wolf of Wall Street is probably my favorite. I don't necessarily agree with the whole premise of who Jordan Belfort was, but there's a lot of sales things in there that actually pushed me into taking the leap to become a full-time realtor back when I was working at Walgreens. Saw the movie, I looked at my sister after, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna quit my job like very soon, because it just kind of ignited something in me for sales. So that would probably be the best movie, but there's a ton of like funny movies, comedy ones with a bunch of one-liners that I like, but that'd probably be the best one. And then, yeah, let me show you the living room here and get comfortable. Sorry to make you stand the whole time. Very rude of me.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, this is called a cuddler, by the way.
A cuddler.
Basically, you have to sit super awkward in it, so when you get comfortable. There you go.
If you were to be stranded on an island, what 3 things would you bring with you?
Ooh. So things, not people, right?
Correct.
Okay, so things would probably be my cell phone. I don't know if I'll have internet on this island, but if I did, cell phone would be great. A pizza oven, for sure. Okay, I don't know how long I could go without pizza. And I was gonna say like a football, but I'm pretty sure I could throw like a coconut around this island and make do, so I'll go with Netflix. If I could bring that, I'd be happy right there. Just pizza, Netflix, and chill.
Okay. After seeing the karaoke award on your office wall, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Okay, the karaoke award is a joke because I'm not good at singing, but my go-to karaoke song is probably Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way. It's just such a good song. Everybody likes it, and it's really, I guess, simple to sing, and usually I can get people to help me because I don't like to sing by myself.
Can we hear a little bit of it?
Oh my God. Okay.
Put you on the spot.
Ready? You are my fire, the one desire. That's all you get.
Okay, well, if you weren't a singer and became a rapper, what would your stage name be?
Oh, for sure, my stage name would probably be a combination of my nicknames, but there was one that was when we were in like choir, and I don't even know why it came up, but it was Milla Vanilla. So, you know, kind of like Milli Vanilli, I guess, but Milla Vanilla, or like just T Money. I know there's a T dollar sign. I could be T Money. I could be his hype man. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Time control would be a great one, I think, because there's lots of things you could do with that. You know, I could just stop time, go fast. I could go in the future, go back. I could be in a billion different places at once if I wanted to. So time control would be really cool.
Do you have a signature dance move? If so, what is it?
I do, and there's a backstory behind it. But first, I'll show you. So it happens really fast. Ready? The dab. Okay, the dab is the signature, and We went out downtown one night for, I think it was for my friend Jessica Russo's birthday, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly, but we went downtown, we went to this like kind of dingy bar, and it was just like me and like 3-4 people out on the dance floor, and I dabbed so hard for like an hour and a half that I woke up the next morning and I'm like, I couldn't even move my neck. I just kept on dabbing the whole time, and so now everyone's always like giving me crap about the dab. So I don't know why. I think it was really big at that time.
What is your favorite adult beverage?
If I'm able to drink a soda, which I'm trying not to, it would be a Jameson Ginger for sure. Jameson and ginger ale, not ginger beer. And it's funny because I didn't ever drink Jameson until we had our son and we named him Jameson. And so everybody thought it'd be fun to give me Jameson Irish whiskey. And I'm like, what the heck do I drink with this? Somebody said mix it with ginger ale, and it is delicious. Crisp and refreshing.
All right, what is your favorite sports team?
I mean, Minnesota Vikings. Ready? Score! We're gonna win the Super Bowl sometime in my lifetime. I'm not saying this year, but it's gonna happen.
What is your favorite dad joke to tell?
Dad joke, yeah. That's all I have right now are dad jokes. I would say my favorite one that the kids like is, let's see, what is it? Why does a duck have feathers?
Why?
To cover up its butt quack.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, where do you go to get away and disconnect or think?
Ooh. Why don't I just show you really quick? So we moved into this house in September, and one of the main reasons was our screened-in porch here, and I would say this is definitely the spot to go and just relax and kind of get away from it all. So yeah, this is the spot right here. If I want to just turn it off, disconnect, right here.
All right, next question. What is the best thing about living in Blaine, Minnesota?
This is an interesting question because there's so many things. So I guess it just depends. If it's somebody on the outside looking in, I'd say like the versatility of Blaine. I think there's so many different things you can do depending on your likes and dislikes. There's lots of restaurants. There's the TPC golf course. There's the lake. There's a Target, and that's good too, and a Caribou. But for me and my wife and my family, I'd say it's just like the community and the people. You know, we've lived in a few different cities, and we've never really been as like entrenched or ingrained in a community as we are here in Blaine. And just everybody's so just down to earth and super awesome. So we're thankful for that. Blaine's great.
If you won the lottery tomorrow, what is the first thing you do with your winnings?
I would 100% pay off my family members' debts, and I would give them each a good lump sum of money, and then we would take an amazing vacation, and we would have an amazing party. That's for sure.
What are the top 3 things on your bucket list?
On my bucket list, I would say number one, or not number one, but definitely travel to Europe. I think just again, we've never been there. I think that'd be really, really fun. We'd love to own like a vacation home somewhere someday. I think that'd be really fun too. And gosh, I don't know what the third one would be. That's a tough question. I'm a pretty simple person, so we'll go with those 2 for now.
Okay. If you could have a cameo on any TV show, what would it be?
The Office, 100%. I mean, that would be the greatest thing of all time. I'd love to be on that show. We listen to it every single night before we go to sleep, and it's kind of become an obsession, unfortunately. I don't know if I could sleep without hearing the voice of Michael Scott or Jim or Dwight, so I'd have to go Office for sure.
Are you heartbroken it's getting taken off on Netflix in 2021?
You know, I've seen that rumor like 3 or 4 times now, so I'm hoping that that's not true, but if it is, I literally don't know if I'll be able to fall asleep, so we'll see.
If you were to switch careers, what would you do for a living?
Yeah, I'd probably just like be on the street. I don't know what else I would do other than this. Like that's such a hard thing to even comprehend. It would definitely be something in the housing industry. You know, maybe a loan officer, maybe a investor, builder. I don't know, but this is definitely the only thing I can see myself doing. So I hope it continues to work out.
Last question. What is your favorite way to spend time with your family?
You know, there's a lot of ways I like to spend time with the family, but you know what? Since it's such a beautiful day, let me show you my absolute favorite. Come on.
All right.
This is why we bought this house. We can do fun things like this. Come on out. So this is basically what we like to do. Being outside with the family, we got the trampoline, we can do some grilling, play in the backyard, and then obviously we got the lake, which is why we're here. So I'll show you our absolute favorite part. Hey guys. So our absolute favorite thing to do is be on the lake. We're gonna go out right now on the boat. So I'm gonna have to ask you to take off, but I appreciate you coming by, and we'll see you next time.
See
Have
ya.
a wonderful day.